Hello, Idle Hero fans, and anyone else who might have found this video. Thanks for tuning in today. I'm just going to be doing a quick video talking about something that recently came up in my email, actually. And that is that it seems like there's a fake company, or a few fake companies, sending out phishing emails under the guise of being Apple. And normally these kind of scams have been going around for a long time, so most people don't address them. But I wanted to bring this one up specifically because it targets seemingly people who do play a lot of like mobile games, and since my audience pretty much primarily consists of those people, I figured it would be a good idea to at least make you guys aware of that, as well as the fact that there is a pretty sizable demographic that watches my content who are pretty young. So if you're someone who's my age, closer to 30 years old, you probably already know about all this stuff, but if you're younger, you might be new to these types of scams. So what's basically happening here is that you're going to get emails from a company that looks very much like it is represented by Apple. So in this case, you see it says Apple ID Store. I've gotten a previous one from something called iCloud, and these are kind of convincing names. But as you can see, the email is totally ridiculous. Like, it's like Apple's confirmed IGR, and there's a bunch of garbage at store problem -myap. Like, there's a bunch of crap in there, so it's pretty obvious that that isn't real. As well as they come with these order confirmation slips or PDFs that are just attached to the email that when you look at the bottom of them, you can see stuff like copyright, and then there's like an A with an accent on it, and you can tell that it's just not quite right, as well as the fact that the email itself only says we'll send you more information on your email within 24 hours. Again, pretty sketchy. But the thing that is worrying about this is that they're claiming that you've made purchases. So when you see something like this, when this comes up in my email, I have to pay attention to this, because there is a potential that if you have, say, an iTunes account or just an iPod account or anything, like even a mobile account of any sort, even on Android, that it could get hacked. And if your account gets hacked, people can make purchases on your accounts that will then get charged to your bank, to your credit card, to your PayPal, however you do intend to pay, or however you have been previously paying for these things. And in this case, this is what happens. It says that I've paid for a 1 terabyte storage, I guess on the iCloud. I'm not sure exactly what they're referring to. And it costs $300. So when I see a $300 charge come through in my email, I can't just let that slide. I have to figure out where this is coming from, be it a phishing scam or just I was hacked. Now, in this case, the main thing you want to do when you're looking at situations like this is definitely do not click anything in the email. I only click the PDF because it's directly attached to the Outlook Mail, so Outlook Mail can open that file without actually having to download it. So definitely do not click anything in the email. What you want to do is you want to actually go to Apple's registered website. So you'd go to Google and Google Apple, and then you could find their actual domain very easily. And up at the top, like left, where you see the address typed up in the browser bar, you'll see an actual secure Apple Incorporated little badge, which will indicate that it's actually a trusted corporation. Whereas if you were to click some of this stuff, it's going to send you to some crazy place. And what they're going to tell you, they're going to have a website that looks very similar to the Apple website, and they're going to try and get you to sign in. And when you sign in, that information then is theirs, and they can then access other things that you have, be it your credit cards that are attached to things like an iTunes account or a mobile account or your Steam or anything of that nature. It works very similar to the way that a lot of the gem hacks work. I've done a video on gem hacks before, and this is basically a similar thing. But with gem hacks, they're much easier to ignore because they just come up in your YouTube feed and you're just like, the hell with that. But when it comes to something like a $300 purchase, for someone like me, if a $300 purchase actually comes out of my account and I have to pay rent, that can be very detrimental. Like that can mean paying my rent on time or not. So if I was hacked, I do have to investigate this. So if you are looking to investigate, make sure to go to the actual corporation's website, and then you can follow the procedures. In the case of like iTunes or Apple, they have like a customer service thing where you can check your recent purchases, and you can detach or attach separate payment options. So if you do have a payment option that has been hacked, you obviously want to remove that and contact them immediately to let them know, and then you can get that payment reversed if you're lucky. It depends on how the companies work. I actually haven't dealt with Apple or iTunes in many, many years. I think the last time I actually purchased anything from them was like 2010. So the actual the debit card that I had attached to that account was actually expired. So when I went and looked at it, there was no way I had actually made this charge. This was completely fraudulent, and I was safe. Like I didn't lose any money. But I still could have gotten screwed over if I had actually tried to use anything that was in this email. So Again, guys, this is kind of a quick, I just want to point this out because I know that these kind of scams have been around for a while, but just recently, this one came in today, and I had another one come in yesterday, so they're throwing out new batches of these things pretty regularly, and if you see them in your emails, just be very careful. Don't click on anything that you do see like this in your email. It is clearly a scam, and they're just trying to get you to punch in your information into another website so then they can steal that information. But anyway, guys, thanks very much for tuning in, and stay safe when you're on the internet, basically. It's a lot of people trying to scam you and steal your money, so just be aware. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good day.